Hi guys! Today we're going to be talking about Ex Machina and how sounds relate to the viewer's perception of character and perspective. Spoiler alert, we're looking at the final scene of the film as Ava, an advanced AI, is breaking out of her confinement, leaving Caleb, the one who broke her out, behind a locked door. Here's how the scene starts out, sound only. Immediately, we are introduced to the tone. The classical music with an echo tells us we're in a large room that's pretty fancy before we even see the space. The other thing to note is Ava's footsteps. This is the first time in the film she sounds like a person. Previously, her movement is accompanied by a mechanical whirring, like this. Let's hear that a couple more times. So this difference makes the audience understand Ava in a new light. Moving on in the scene. As she walks outside for the first time, we get this really lovely, serene, ambient sound of a forest. This audible technique of shifting tone via sound is used a couple times in the film, usually right after something intense and having to do with robotics and mechanization happens. In this case, Ava has just fought her way to freedom, and this organic sound emphasizes and helps define her shift into becoming a more organic being. Then we see the sun, and the score starts, which puts the audience in the moment, feeling this warmth with Ava, and that's all done with sound. Without it, we would just be watching a girl in the sun, but that score adds a dimension to the screen that gets to the root of the feeling of the moment. This is also the point of the film where we shift protagonistic perspective for the first time. Thus far, the audience has been with Caleb. However, the perspective changes and the audience only knows that through sound. Music is the first indicator. Rather than staying based in the reality Caleb experiences, where the sounds come from things he sees, the filmmakers take away sounds as Ava gets farther and farther away. This distances Ava and the audience from reality. Let's see what happens when the sounds you expect to hear all play in the scene. Although these sounds are clearly added, you get the idea. The scene feels disjointed and loses fluidity. Playing just the score in the last scene is a distinct choice. all diegetic, organic, ambient, and mechanical sound is non-existent. What does this do? For me, it tells us where Ava is at in her journey. She isn't fully a human, but she's also not just a machine. She is somewhere in between, so the audience is not grounded to a physical space, but floating with the score. The lack of diegetic sound also makes it harder to recognize Ava integrating and then disappearing into society. Overall, the audience is exposed to a new perspective of a character and her feelings and experiences, told through sound, which proves just how valuable the sound is in this scene.